Okay, let's do some prayer, first. First is to set up the motivation. Page number 6. Yeah, page number 6. Through the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge and enlightenment. Through the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge and enlightenment. Through the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge and enlightenment. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. By the merit from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. Page number 11, yeah? 11, yeah. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. Backside, page number 12. 7-limb prayer. Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and the person close of every type of offering, actually offer and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain in the samsara and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Page number 15. The mantra of Heart Sutra. No? Daya tha gade gade para sangade bodhi so. Daya tha gade gade para sangade bodhi so. Daya tha gade gade para sangade bodhi so. Page number 26. Short mandala offering. This ground annotated with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru for continent, sun and moon, I offer in visualization a spirit of Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Edam Guru Rana Mendelagam Niyadaya Me. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Especially welcome to new people. Come from India, yeah?
I'm from India. Pushpaji is from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, which part of India?
I'm from Lucknow.
Lucknow.
Yes.
Oh,
India.
I see. This is a good city for Tibetan people to do business, you know?
Yeah, yes.
Like sweater songs, huh? I see. Okay. Anyway, today's topic is the 4 seals, you know? The 4 seals. Yeah, this is actually very important, you know? The 4 seals, you know? I count each of them, you know? First, we say, all composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are suffering. All things are empty and selflessness. Empty and selflessness. We call this is the 4 seals, you know? The 4 seals. Why we call the fossils, This is actually, we usually say Buddhist, we usually say Buddhist, in terms of contact Buddhist, in terms of view Buddhist, If you want to be Buddhist by both, then you should accept these four seals. In terms of, if you want to become, in terms of contact Buddhist, means you should go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Then you become Buddhist in terms of conduct. Understand? Then, if you could accept or assert these four seals, then in terms of view, you become Buddhist. Understand? Yeah. It seals means, if in US, Congress, upper Congress, lower Congress pass bill, to the just on the person Joe Biden, he seals, Then all American people should follow, This becomes rule of US, Similar here. If you are Buddhist, it means you are Buddhist, you should assert these four. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are suffering. Understand? All things are emptiness. All things are selflessness. Yeah, you should accept for these seals. Buddha seal, It's become law of Buddhism. That's like that, yeah. This means seals means, yeah. Seals means become. Yeah, this is very good, Also, this is the Buddha's very, very, I think this four seals, very, very big conclusion, Very big conclusion of his teaching, Also one side, we can see, Nobody can find some error in these four seals, so far, All composite things are impermanent. Nobody can prove something composite is not impermanent so far, Similar, as well, all contaminated things are suffering, All things are empty, All things are selfless. This is the last two, empty and selfless accordingly to the different knowledge, different levels of knowledge in Buddhist schools interpret different way. Some interpret course level, the higher school interpret the most subtle level, profound level, most. Yeah, this is different explanation. Impermanent meanings same, definition same for all schools, no difference. It's changing momentarily, things changing, That is impermanent, Yeah, according to Buddha's teaching, this is the thought of impermanence is very, very important, This is not only for the practice field, but in the worldly, in the for also to become this more happy, If you have the thought of this impermanent, it helps a lot, Yeah. Many people have problem, because the things impermanent, but we are grasping as permanent, It makes more problem. That things impermanent, if we grasp impermanent, it helps us, It never make us problem, Some people say, oh, you don't talk about impermanent, I'm afraid, Actually, if you start more impermanent, it removes your fear of death, It removes the fear of death. Also, you can make meaningful like this, Yeah, meaningful like. You can control to negative things, If you think yourself is impermanent, or I'm impermanent, I will die. I will die, Definitely, Everybody understand, will die, definitely, everybody understand, yeah? But everybody think, I'm not die, I'm not going to die today and tomorrow, yeah? This is continuously going, I'm not going to die today. I'm not going to die tomorrow. Yeah, this is all I think. Even the people, 90 years old people think like this. Yeah. This is all people, 90 years old people, all thinking, I'm not going to die today. I'm not going to die tomorrow. Yeah, this thinking also. This is true. Yeah. This teaching says. Yeah. Very interesting, impermanent topic. Then, according to Buddhist teaching says, if you have the thought of impermanent, it helps you to reduce your greed, your anger, jealousy, arrogance, silly arrogance, it helps a lot, Also, many in the history of the Tibetan, the Buddhism evolution, the many great masters, especially the we usually call Kadamba master, all of them says, mostly, if one day if you don't have the thought of impermanent, the practice of that day, it cannot become dharma. Understand? But it becomes only the something activity for this life. Yeah. If you thought of impermanent, then you really think more in the future, but next life, then whatever you do, it aimed for next life, or Buddhahood or liberation, that becomes dharma, according to Buddhist teaching, say like that, yeah. Also, according to Buddhist teaching, traditional teaching, if you have thought of impermanent, it pushes you to practice dharma. First, intermediate, it helps you to keep practice ongoing. If you have thought of impermanent, it helps you to complete your practice. No? Yeah, say like that. That's a lot of benefit, We usually say, we will die definitely. How much, powerful you have, how much you have money, how much you are healthy, You cannot avoid, from dying, Yeah? Say like that, Also, there are many, the factors, there is more factors, there are more factors, more causes and conditions, to die than survive, Sometimes the factor, the condition factor for survival, it turns into the cause of the death, Driving car, Eating too much, Yeah, really, yeah, that's a say, yeah. Actually, the Buddha's teaching is the reality. It's very scientific, The background, very rich background of the reasoning, Always the based on the reasoning, Can prove, one by one, Why this, because that, like that, Yeah. And this is, also in actually the 1 minute, minute by minute, that lifespan is always exhausting, never increasing, always decreasing, minute by minute, second by second, always constantly non-stop, If you are now 50 years, maybe you have lived 50 years again. If you live 100 years, you make equal in the second, maybe how many seconds, 50 years into you make equal to the second, then it says, it's going, constant. When you are sleeping, it is going, yeah, it never stops. Yeah. This is very inspiration, to think about impermanent, Then, I will make some problem to people, to other people. I will make angry for other people. I will disturb other people. According to Buddha's teaching, according to the law of karma theory, all of these, you bring the result, You will have the result, You will be suffered, Yeah, therefore, it is much better, to harm other, to help other, while surviving, while we are living, Yeah, that's very interesting. Then, we usually say also, according to Buddha's teaching, says this body is very fragile, very fragile, Sometimes you die, by falling on the floor, Yeah. Sometimes falling on the chair, Sometimes some people die, This is very fragile, This body is fragile. Therefore, the death, we cannot say tomorrow come past or death come past, We cannot say like that, Yeah. Okay, then I tell you, just maybe I think you have some benefit, experience of death, I continue the Buddhist teaching, especially the Vajrayana teaching, I'll teach you something. Maybe it help you. What is the, how we will die, how we are how is death, what is the death, how we are dying, it's very important, Actually, our beings, our being is composed by, we usually go 25 gross thing, 25 gross phenomena, 25, gross phenomena, Yeah, then we learn, when we are dying, what we will experience, We usually call 5 aggregates. I count, 24 gross thing. 5 aggregates, 5 objects, 4 elements, 6 senses, and 5 wisdoms of base, in base you say, we say like that. They are totally 25 gross thing, Then that means the dissolution of these 24 gross, dissolve, gradually, Then that is the why when we are dying, that's the one, Actually, we should go the eight stage of the dissolution, when we are dying, First stage, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dissolutions, On the first stage, the 5 gross will dissolve, At that moment, what we have experienced, what we will have experienced, On the first stage, dissolve, From the 5 aggregates, from 5 aggregates, the aggregates of the body on the first stage, it will dissolve. And from the 5 objects, form will dissolve. From the 5 wisdom, mirror-like wisdom will dissolve. We say mirror-like wisdom, Mirror-like wisdom. Yeah, mirror-like wisdom, Melonda Bishi, we call it Tibetan say Melonda Bishi, means mirror-like wisdom. Then from 6 senses, eye sense, eye sense will dissolve, From 4 elements, earth elements will dissolve, They are 5. This first, This is according to the natural dying, Accident death is different, It is not this process not come gradually, accident death, This is a natural dying, This process will come, On that, on the first stage, then you can when you are dying, you will die naturally, You will experience these things definitely, On the first stage, the body, you feel, you will detect, body underground, That is the sign of the earth element dissolving, Although your body become very thin, thin, You lost the weight, weight, Also, you cannot blink your eye, in the past stage, You cannot see the things, it's clearly, just something not clearly, This is coming, Physical experience, we see, people can see, when you are dying, people can see, Inside, internal sun, at that moment, you are experiencing the mirage, shimmering, we say shimmering mirage, Mikido shimmering mirage, you experience, internally, on the first stage, Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, sometimes this is good, very good meditation. If you can meditate about this, in one day, but it takes time, quite to go to 8 dissolution in the process, from past to the 8, that all internal. If you meditation, it takes time, but it's very good experience, Then dying time, no fear. Oh, he's coming, understand, Yeah, you could recognize, Then second stage, Then first stage, again, no. Gross element dissolved, the first stage. Second stage, from the five aggregates, from five aggregates, second stage, the feeling will dissolve, Feeling. Yeah, feeling will dissolve. From the five objects, sound will dissolve, From the six senses, air sense will dissolve, air sense. From the five wisdom, we say wisdom of equality will dissolve, They are finished 5, yeah? It's finished? From 4 elements, our left here, water element will dissolve on the second stage, Yeah. And the sun of water element dissolve, you have no swallow, no tearing, no urine, Yeah, on that second stage, At the sign of dissolve the sound, you cannot hear. People shout around you, people shout, you cannot hear, That is the, sound will dissolve, Then the sign of the dissolution, the wisdom of equality at that moment, you cannot recognize all three depths of feeling. You cannot recognize as feeling, The pleasant feeling is feeling, Unpleasant feeling is feeling, Neutral feeling is feeling, But at that moment, you cannot recognize all of these as feeling. You cannot recognize, This sun is really coming, the second stage, when we are dying. Then also we say one's own side, one's own sound, again we say like that, At dissolve on that moment. That means we have no sound inside, Sometimes inside sound, in air, that will disable, Like that, Then third stage, this processing taking gradually, you feel, when you are dying. Since now if practice this dissolution, then when you are dying, then you can recognize I'm now reaching the second stage, I'm not reaching the third stage, or now, like that way, Then on the third stage, from the five aggregates, so and dishi, so and dishi, discriminate, no? Aggregate of discrimination, we say, no? Aggregate of the discrimination, from the five aggregates, the third aggregate of discrimination will dissolve, on the third stage, From the four elements, fire elements will dissolve here, Then from the six senses, eye, ear, nose, the nose sense will dissolve on the third stage, Yeah. And from the pop object, smell will dissolve on this stage, That as well, the sun of experience differently come, The sun of the dissolution of the fire element at that moment, the family, if you give some food, very diluted, very diluted food, very simple food, even they give you very simple food, you cannot digest. You cannot digest, At that moment, your fire elements are dissolving. Yeah. Then nose cannot smell, It's because the nose sense is dissolving. You cannot smell. How much good smell or bad smell around you, you cannot smell, Yeah. Very interesting, very interesting. Then, then the sign of the dissolution of the from the this discrimination, the aggregate of discrimination, you cannot recognize, father, mother, You cannot recognize this is good, this is bad, this is my father, this is my mother, this is my brother, this is my sister. I cannot recognize,
So is that a state of confusion, or is that just...
That lost the power to recognize, capacity is lost, to recognize,
So there is no confusion, they're just like...
Just I think this is the actually, cannot recognize. Maybe like you are dunked, strong, something.
Stunned?
Dunk, Actually, this is the different mental factors work differently, different functions, The discrimination function is recognized, This is good, this is bad, this is white, this is blue, When
There's a judgment there.
it is working, When it is dissolved, this is missing from your part of knowledge. Then that now is good. Wait. Now it's also that now better. Then that now if you dissolve, then you can reach to next. Then you can last. Then very, very peacefully. Very, very peacefully. The last stage. That is through coming. Through. This is the why we practice Vajrayana. Since now, This is something makes sense, Then, this is the five elements dissolved, five elements on this, five elements on the third stage. Did you count? We are going, this is complete, very good, very helpful, On the third stage, now we are going third stage. On the third stage, from the five aggregates, aggregate of the discrimination, everybody, five aggregates, five aggregates, form, feeling, sometimes perception, sometimes discrimination, then we said compositional factor and consciousness. This is the five aggregates, Then now, on third stage, from five aggregates, the perception dissolving. You say, like some translate, some people translate like the perception, Sometimes you can do this aggregate of discriminate, discriminate. Dushi, the Tibetans say dushi. Dushi means it is the judge, this is right, this is wrong, this is white, this is black, That's just we say dushi, yeah, that's just the function of this mental factor, Huh?
So there's no more labels of things.
Understand? Then from the four objects, sukta ti, smell is finished, the three. Then six senses, migwang na, no senses, four. No? Then five wisdoms, wisdom of that, wisdom of achieving, wisdom of, we say discriminate wisdom. We say discriminate wisdom, that's five, dissolve. Then fourth, then here on this problem also the dissolve of the nose, on this stage the problem, breathing problem. On third stage you have breathing problem. You can exhale, exhale easily your problem, inhale. Cannot easily. Then close to die clinically, You are breathing out easily, then problem breathing in problem on third stage, on the third stage. When you reach on the third stage, you will have problem inhale breathing. No? Then next, fourth stage, from the five aggregates, the aggregate of compositional factor, compositional factor. We say dichipungbo. This means all abstract include in this factor. Or abstract, we say abstract like impermanent, Impermanent from the mental factor exclude discriminative mental factor, feeling mental factor, except these all other mental factor include in this aggregate, okay? Mental aggregate or composition factor. We say digipungbo, we Tibetan call digipungbo. And then from the five wisdom, then from the six senses, migong now tongue sense, dissolving fourth stage, tongue sense with dissolving, and taste. Then from the five objects, taste dissolve on this, Then sun, according the sun of dissolving the taste, how much you have good food, you have favorite food, you never have taste. You have nothing taste, The tongue, the sun of dissolution tongue sense, the tongue become thicker, At the root of tongue is thicker, like that, mentioned in the teaching, And the result of the destructive wisdom, you cannot purpose of the worldly, you cannot you cannot remember function of the worldly activity, there are many activities, worldly in this life, cannot remember at that moment, Say like teaching, Then tongue, then this on this term also dissolve your body sense on fourth stage. Also from the then you cannot cease breathing on this stage, fourth. That you actually clinically doctor says, or this person declare, doctor declare he passed. He died, saying like that, But according to the teaching, you are not already. Now again you have left 4 steps again to die,
So the heart is stopped.
Heart stopped, brain function stopped, heart beating stopped, blood circulation stopped, breathing stopped on this fourth stage, fourth stage, But according to Buddha's teaching, you are right now still dying, not finished, still dying. Then now from the 25 gross, we have left 3, What we have left three. What kind of these three? Can you tell? From the five aggregate consciousness. Oh. From the six senses, mental sense left now. Okay. From the five wisdom, we have left the primal wisdom of nature phenomena. We say primal wisdom of nature phenomena. This is these three things left. Yeah. And when this left, when this is dissolving, with these things dissolving, we usually call kundo jaju means 80 conceptual thoughts dissolving. 80 conceptual thoughts. Yeah. But after that, now starting dissolving only the mind. You know, all the sense conscious dissolve already. You know, air, nose, tongue, body. All these the essential essential consciousness. All essential consciousness dissolved already. Now left only some part of the mental consciousness. You know, regarding this dissolving, the 80 conceptual thoughts. 80 dissolve. Yeah, 80. Yeah, this is dissolving. Yeah. After that, this dissolved, then you will have experience. Now you are still dying, no? You experience the we usually get now Kalamba. You will have experience. No, you have no external, you know. You have not external sun, you know. This the physical, you know, dissolved already, you know. Then now at that you have on the fifth stage, you know, you experience white appearance. White appearance. We usually call white appearance. Now Kalamba say we say white appearance. White appearance. Why we have this experience? Say, white appearance means you have, you feel like that in the empty sky, you know, autumn empty sky, no cloud, no mist, you know, no smoke, very clean, very blue, you know, in nighttime, you know, in the autumn, you know, evening, you're very blue. You know. But from east, the full moon rays, you know, what do you feel? That's what we call, like same experience that at that moment you have like that kind of experience, you know, so your mind. Why we have this experience? According to the Vajrayana teaching, we usually go say like that. The chakra, you know, chakra. There are three chakras, you know, mentary chakra, you know, central chakra, and right chakra, left chakra, you know. We usually call the white essence. White essence, you know, white essence. Yeah, white essence stored here, you know, according to the Vajrayana teaching stored here. It is flowing down above the heart chakra. Here, heart chakra, you know, it's flowing down above the heart chakra. At that moment, you have experience like that. What experience? Yeah, you will have what experience. After that, you will have the red increasing experience. At that moment, same again, the sunrise spreading, you know, like red, you know, red increasing. We say you experience like that. Yeah, that dying people experience, you know, they're still dying now, right? No, they're not finished. At that people, why we have them? We say red essence, you know. We say red essence, which comes from mother, you know. What is it which comes from father, you know, mainly, you know. But both have everybody, you know. Yeah, this is red. It's stored in the navel chakra, you know. It come up below the heart chakra, you know. It's come blowing up, you know, coming up. At that moment, the people experience that red increasing, you know. After that, then seventh stage. On the seventh stage, then we say nyato nalamba. Nalamba means black obtaining. We say black color, black, you know, full black, you know, obtaining. Externally, we usually say in the summer, you know, they are very thick, dark cloudy, you know, weather, you know, very full dark cloudy, you know. You go out, what do you feel, very dark, nothing can see, You feel like that. Actually, that moment, outside no cloudy, like that condition, but inside you are the word essence in the above the heart chakra, word essence, rest there. This part come below, Then below the heart chakra, the red essence, they meet in the heart chakra. They meet. White and red meet, in the heart, into the heart. At that moment, what the people experience, like that. This is the seventh stage, After that, then you can reach the clear state. Then very peaceful, peaceful.
Is that emptiness?
Just no emptiness, but you have experience, like that empty sky, You feel a very empty sky, empty. Yeah. At that moment, you feel very peaceful. The most subtle mind explore, manifest. That the most subtle mind manifest. On that stage, people usually stay 3 days. We should go there. According to Vajrayana teaching, after people die, we never funeral. We keep at least 3 days at home. After 3 days, then this process reverse again. Then it's ready to birth, again. Yeah, it's process reverse. Yeah, this is the very important. Those clear state, if you have good memory, if you are where you are alive, if you practice some dharma, also emptiness, you understand? That this mind, it can use to apply to the selflessness or emptiness, yeah? Then it's very powerful. Very powerful. This is we usually call sometimes say, this is the only mind to go the Buddhahood. It is always the entity of the conscious, never changing, yeah, coming. This is at that moment what we manifested. This is the subtle mind, the power of the karma. The dying time, we have not much opportunity to manifest this subtle mind, only the dying time, one. Also, then you are meditating, therefore, since now practice meditation to practice here to explore the mind, then you are dying time, we say, Vesemapu, mother clear light and the son clear light, mixed at that moment. Actually, so you recognize, I'm experiencing, this is the clear state, mind, Say like that, Yeah, this is very good. Yeah, good meditation. If you practice very good, this is, Then this is the death. This is the death. Huh? No need to fear, to die. That is the death. We usually go death. Yeah, that is the death. That is how we to die. That is how we are dying. Then this subtle mind. Then again reverse, Reverse, again you feel the dark black, Then you reach intermediate state. Then a second moment, you again appear that black obtaining, we say, again reverse, this process. Yeah, reverse, Then later this is like same experience. Then this birth, Yeah, death and birth always like this process is rotating, going there, it's coming here like this, yeah, this is reverse. Is birth means reverse, dha means this forward, this process. Yeah, then not much to scare, to die, If you know this meditation, there are many opportunities, Yeah, okay. Now if this is the about, yeah, I told you, that this is regarding to the impermanent, this experience, that this teaching I mentioned, how you meditate, the experience of death, then you do this meditation, you know. Yeah, this is very helpful, helpful, helpful. Then second, what is the second seal? Yeah, all contaminated things is suffering, you know. Dijetamje dungawa, we said sagjatamje dungawa. All contaminated is it something makes some sense, you know. We say not composite, you know, not all composite is suffering, it doesn't matter, you know. It doesn't say, you know, all contaminated things are suffering, you know, say like that, you know. Contaminated things. Contaminated things. What we have right now, everything contaminated. Yeah, contaminated thing, you know. Book, table, body, you know, everything, mind, contaminated, you know. This is the nature of suffering. Contaminated means it's cause related to the applicable emotion and the ignorance. It is cause, you know. It is produced, you know. It is produced by applicable emotion and ignorance. It is produced it. It's production of the ignorance or attachment, and we go say this is contaminated things. Contaminated things. Contaminated things, yeah.
Contaminated by self. Out of self comes attachment.
Yeah, contaminated, yeah. Sakje. We say Tibetan called sakje. Sometimes we can translate it. Sakje means defilement, you know. We say defilement, yeah. Also we can say defilement, you know. Defilement, yeah. Sakje. Yeah, this is contaminated. This is the this is the all the nature of suffering. Yeah, this is the very then the Buddha's teaching says everything what we see is everything is the nature of suffering. Even our body, you know, it is the suffering, you know. Suffering, because it's produced by the ignorance and attachment, you know. This is we understand, you know. If we study to the 12 links dependent origination, you know, the circle, you know, then we can understand, you know, how it produces, you know, our life, you know. What we have, this is related to our karma, you know. Contaminated karma, you know. This is also contaminated karma, result of contaminated karma, you know. Actually, there we usually call the three kinds of sufferings, you know. Suffering of suffering, change of suffering, five ways of suffering, you know. All of these sufferings are production of the negative emotion and ignorance, you know. Yeah, sajjatamje dungawa. That we cannot find anything, you know. Something contaminated thing is not suffering, you know, not suffering, you know, not suffering. Yeah. We cannot find anything, you know. All contaminated things, yeah. Yeah, this is very important, you know, to know suffering of suffering, suffering of change. Suffering of suffering, we know, you know, everybody, you know, everybody know, you know, suffering of suffering, even animal can understand, you know, suffering of suffering. The change of suffering, even, yeah, this is now, is more subtle, you know, more subtle, you know, change of suffering, what we call usually this happiness, you know. When you buy new car, when you buy new house, at that moment you have some feeling, you know. Some feeling, you know. That is that we usually call change of suffering. Change of suffering. First it is pleasant, you know, it is happy, you know, seems, you know. Later it changes to the suffering, you know. Therefore, then maybe it will be broken, or some. You have to have a lot of work, you know, to do, you know. It's challenge, you know. That's because also you have some dish, you know, delicious food, you know. You have too much. You eat too much, you know. At eating time you are delicious, you know. After too much eat, maybe you have some problem with stomach, you know. It's changed, you know. Yeah, some ways we should go. Yeah.
suffering of change, yeah, suffering of change. Yeah. Therefore, this is even the some non-Buddhist, understand. They are in India, the Buddhist teaching not developed, there are many, there are meditation, Vipassana and the Shamatha meditations, they are, already, all these masters, many masters, they try to remove this kind of the feeling, then they try to meditate, or actual, concentration, then they can be born in the Pom realm, If you be born in the Pom realm, you will have no you will have no, you will have no problem, you will have no problem of this life, the human realm, Yeah. Then Buddha said, and second Buddha told, taught us, should know suffering. Buddha knows should know suffering. That means should know, Dungashen Prachaza interpretation, should know suffering means that last is the body. Even this non-Buddhist, they know the first suffering, and even animal can understand, as a suffering. The second suffering, even non-Buddhist understand, this is a suffering. Therefore, in order to abandon this, they try to meditate, try to be born in the high, in the God realm, the Pom realm, But they don't know. Their body is, they cannot understand, their body is a suffering. Then Buddha says also, their body is still suffering. Therefore, you should know suffering. Because this is 5 ways of suffering. Because if you cannot abandon this body, it produces you suffering again. It is the base of other 2 kinds of suffering. Understand? Because you are not abandoned ignorance attachment, then when you exhaust your good karma to stay there, then you come back again here. Then you will have continuously the same suffering, Or in the worst case, that you will born in the lower realm, Buddha's teaching, hell realm, hunger ghost, animal, Yeah, therefore Buddha says, you should know suffering, means the 5 ways of suffering. This body, this body is suffering, Try to remove this body. How to remove this, how to abandon this body? We should stop the birth, If we cannot abandon birth, we cannot abandon death, aging, sickness, Therefore, should abandon birth. In order to abandon birth, Buddha taught us to practice emptiness, to meditate, to the path, to practice path. Path means this path is understanding the emptiness, shunyata, to meditate. First starting, second reflect, third meditate. Then through this way, you can remove ignorance. If you remove ignorance, you can. This is the root of the all applicable emotion, Then no more longer attachment, anger, jealousy, so on, negative emotion. Then no contaminating action. Then no action, no rebirth. No rebirth, no die, no sickness, no aging.
Then there's no enlightenment.
Then enlightenment come. It's different. Enlightenment is coming by cease of all these contaminated things, Ignorance or applicable emotion, cease. That means the liberation. This is not go for far away, for different locations. This is within this body, we can achieve, with this mind, Purify this mind, can found the good mind, developed, remove all negative emotion within this body. That's the liberation, Yeah, sure. Then, no question? Maybe some few minutes, some question, good, I think. If you have some question, then empty and selflessness, I will tell you. Next one class, Then finish fossils, this is important, This is important. If you are Buddhist, This is become the law of the seal, you know. You accept Buddha seal. Yeah? Therefore, seals, you know, we say.
It's always referred to as four seals.
Yeah. In terms of, therefore, if you want to become the good Buddha seed, you should go repudiate Buddha Dhamma Sangha first, then you should accept these four seals. All compulsive things impermanent, all condemning things suffering, all things empty, all things selflessness. Then really you are good Buddha seed, you know? Yeah. Significantly, yeah, Buddha seed, you know? If you go for to Buddha Dhamma Sangha, but if you don't agree, you know, you are not agree with these four seals, yeah? You are not become Buddhist from in terms of the view, you know. Yeah. But you cannot prove, yeah, nothing. Yeah, you cannot go. You cannot make some. You cannot prove any mistake, you know, or any problem with these four seals, you know. But thinking. This is absolute, you know, truth, you know. 100% correct. Yeah. Okay. No question? No? Then we pray, you know, maybe 5 minutes only. Okay? Then we pray. Dedication. Yeah, sure. Tawa katak chakyashi. Tawa katak chakyashi. Chakya. Shi. Shi means fall. Chakya means seal. Yeah, chakya. 38. Yeah, we dedicate, you know. Due to this merit, may soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha that may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious Buddhi mind not yet born arise and grow, that may born have no decline but increase forevermore. Okay. Finish here this, you know. That page number 55. Om Sawa Siddhi, like the countless rays that radiate from the ruby mountain, executes Amidayo, Lord of everlasting love, who captivates that one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality. Please instantly grant of our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the tradition of the Buddha, separating the holy Dharma through explanation and practices. In order to lead disabled onto the path to liberation, you are the one who is an equivalent God. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to enjoy excellent wealth. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru live a long life. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and away. I request respectfully my precious and holy Guru to bless me to be never separated from you. And all my future rebirths might never be separated from my perfect Guru. By enjoying this magnificent Dharma and by contemplating the quality of the stage of the path, may I quickly attain the stage of the Vajradhara. Om Guru Vajramugi Sasana Mugini Swaha. 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 Page number 40. good supplication to Lama Tsongkhapa. No? Page number 40. 40. Yeah, 40. Me ze ve de je re ze de me gembe wang boy jambe yang kang jen ge be zu ge zong ga ba lo san zhe be shan le zo wan de me ze we de je re ze te me yen be wang bo jan be yang kan je ge be zu je zong ga ba lo zan zhag be shan la zo wan de me ze we de je re ze te me jen be wang bo jan be yang kan je ge be zu ge zong ga ba lo zan zhag be shan la zo wan de om ben za za do za ma ya ma ne ba la ya ben za do de no ba de da de do men ba so do ga yo men ba wa zo bo ga yo men ba wa ane ro do men ba wa za wa ze de me ba sa wa ga ma zo za me ze da je ya gu ro ho banga wa za wa da da ga benza ma me ma za benze ba wa ma za ma ya za do hum pe oh yeah finished.